Kris, a pretty straightforward win, albeit probably would have liked a few more goals. But what was your assessment of the 90 minutes?
Yeah, I thought we dominated possession. I think especially the first 20-25 minutes, I thought we moved it really well. Jamie McDonagh obviously hits the post with a couple of other chances. We didn't get that goal. And to be fair to the Welders, they defended really well. They got numbers back. They defended the edge of their box. They were hard to break down, but I think it was a worthwhile exercise for us. There was 4, 5, 6 players who needed minutes, who got minutes in the legs. As I say, we dominated possession. Yes, we probably should have been a little bit more clinical in front of goal, but it's another win. It's a clean sheet. It's minutes in the legs for people. It's people making their competitive debuts. Coachy, Luke Turner, Luke McNicholas. We've got Paul O'Neill getting minutes in the legs after being out for 6 or 7 weeks after his knee surgery. So, lots of positives to take from it. Into the next round, clean sheet, 2 goals and people getting minutes in the legs.
Albeit on paper it looks as though Cliftonville have maybe killed the Welders off with 5 minutes to go. It probably looks as if it's a bit laboured. The fact of the matter is the majority of that second half was played within 25 yards of the Welders goal, so there was a dominance there without necessarily being completely on top, but there was a degree of comfort in the performance.
There was, as you say, they were camped in for long periods of the second half especially. But what football's like, you're always a little bit twitchy, as the time ticks on. It's still only 1-0, you never know what may happen. They get a free kick set piece and they could go up the other end and nick one, but thankfully Levi sticks one in the top corner for that free kick and kills it off. But overall it was pleasing. We've capped it, as I said, we've capped the ball really well. We've dominated possession, we've got people's minutes in the legs, and we move on to the Saturday's game at Dungannon.
A venue where, as I'm sure you probably remember, Cliftonville struggled a little bit last season. 1 defeat and then 1 win with literally the last kick of the ball. I'm sure you don't have such great memories of that, but what, albeit there have been a few changes at the club, what Dungannon will bring, and we've actually had a reasonably recent knowledge of them, having played in a pre-season friendly. Yeah,
Jackie and Paddy do remind me about that last year when I was in charge, when we managed to beat Cliftonville. But listen, it's a tight little ground. We know what way Dungannon's going to play. Since Dean's come in, they like to play football. They like to be expansive, and they've got some really talented young players there. And he's added a little bit of experience with Keith Carr and Joe McCready. Alex Moore's a top goalkeeper there on loan from Linfield. So we know it's going to be a tough task. The first game of the season, Glentoran run out 3-2 winners, but it was tough. By all accounts, we've had people watch them their last couple of games, same as last week. I think they started really brightly against Coleraine, hit the post, had a couple of other chances, and then obviously they've run out of steam and Coleraine have killed them off. But we know if we're not on top of our game, that will cause us problems, because they have got a talented young squad with lots of pace and lots of energy, and they do like to play, and they do like to play against Cliftonville. It was the same whenever I was there. We knew Cliftonville would come and play football. And that's what Dungannon want. They want teams to come and play and make a good game of it. And we'll need to make sure that when we do have possession, we use it and we're clinical with it. But on the flip side, when we don't, we've got to make sure that we work extremely hard to win the ball back, and take that on from Saturday. If we look at Saturday past, we take the draw. But I thought from the previous 3 games, I think our energy both on and off the ball was quite flat last Saturday, so we'll need to improve on that massively to get something on the road on Saturday at Dungannon.